Hi Jenny, how are you today?
Yeah. All
Okay. Before we get going, I have got a little bit of paperwork and a little bit of information on you, but I just wanted to run through just confidentiality with you, just to let you know that what is disclosed between us today remains confidential unless there are limitations to that, and that's if I feel that you're a risk of harm to yourself, a suicide risk, or harm to anybody else or the wider community, or if there's
I just want to talk. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm just trying to make you aware of the fact that there are certain things that I would have to disclose to other appropriate authorities if I felt the need to do so.
You have to. I just want to.
Yeah, it's more for your it's more for the good of you. If I feel that you are, if you're certainly if there's been abuse of a child or sexual abuse, or if you're at a risk to yourself of self-harm or going out and injuring a member of the public, I have a duty of care to you to get you the help that you need to deal with that, as well as the wider community as well. So
my sister's just has me to come in and talk to somebody. So
okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sure. So, so you haven't voluntarily come here today?
No.
Okay. All right.
There's probably stuff to talk about, but yeah, she just really has something coming. So, I probably wouldn't have if she hadn't.
Okay. Are you comfortable being here?
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay. You feel you want to talk?
Yeah. Okay.
You mentioned
Yeah,
that before.
I'll talk.
You just wanted to talk.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But so you've obviously got a family member that's quite concerned about you at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Can you explain a little bit about that to me?
Look, I suppose I've got a drink driving fine coming up. My boyfriend left me. I got a bit angry, I suppose. So, yeah, I suppose so. Just trying to work through that, and went round to his place, and I suppose I got angry and threw a couple of rocks at the house and the car. Sped off and smashed my car and another car, and the police got me and all of that. So it's it's pretty bad, I suppose.
Okay. So
because I smashed into the other car, if I lose my license, well then my job is stopped.
okay. So you rely on your license.
Yeah.
What is it that you do?
I'm just down at the local smash repairer.
Okay.
So.
Okay. But if you did lose your license, has that been flagged? You lose your license?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was pretty drunk.
Okay.
Yeah. And I suppose because I went round and I damaged their property, and I'm up for property damage and
okay. So they are going to they're pressing charges.
Probably, I think so.
Okay. Okay. So starting at the top, I guess. Okay, you've mentioned you have a drinking problem. Is that something that you recognise in yourself? Is it something that you've had for a long time, or?
Just the last few months, losing my boyfriend and everything. It's just been. I didn't think I had, but I suppose.
So you've been using alcohol as a means of coping with the breakup
the last few months. I have.
Okay, but prior to that, had your drinking been manageable?
Yeah, occasionally I suppose. You get out of control.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we decided to conference.
Okay.
I don't know. That and a few other things. So.
Okay. So, all right. So it's been your way of coping with the breakup, and you said it was over 2 years that you've been together.
It's
okay,
probably
that's a long time. It's a big relationship. And you think it was those sorts of things, the drinking and stuff like that kind of led to the end of that?
Yeah, I suppose if I'm honest with myself, that was probably a big part of it. I'm looking back, but I didn't really see it as I suppose that much of an issue, but probably
at the time, sometimes, reflecting upon it, it's like having that crystal ball and looking back in hindsight and seeing. Yeah, okay. You've also you've mentioned that you went round to your ex partner's house, and you obviously drunk, and you did some damage. You threw some rocks, smashed a house window and the car windscreen. Okay, so anger issues. There's a few there.
Probably, yeah.
Is that only when you drink?
Let's get angry, and then I suppose I drink more, and then I get angrier.
Okay, so it's like a cycle. Yeah. Okay. All right. And have you ever received help for your drinking or anger management? Have you?
No.
Okay. All right. And then all right. So then you've gone and done some damage to some property, and it's likely they're going to press charges.
Escalated. It's just I just can't believe I did it. It's just. I just wish the whole last few months would go away.
Okay.
So
do you feel remorse? Are you remorseful? A little bit.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Yes.
For what I did, for hurting.
Yeah.
Him, but I just want it to go away. Just.
Can you explain what you mean by that? You want it to just go away?
I suppose maybe I was saying to my sister, you just detach yourself from everything. I've just done so much shit, and the thing that's happened, it just, everyone can survive without me. I don't really need to be around, do I? It's just be easy just to disappear and yeah.
Okay. When you say, everybody else, it's better off without you, who are you talking about? Have you got family support? Have you got a close relationship with your family and friends?
Yeah, but I suppose I've just really disappointed them and let them down too. So I don't think that they'd really, it wouldn't really worry them if I just up to disappear sometimes. It's really dumb stuff.
Okay, all right. I can see from your physical appearance that you're a little bit, you're a little bit edgy and you're a little bit scattery. Is that just a result of what's gone on at the moment, or have you been drinking this morning? Is it still in your...
Yeah, I did. Okay. I had a few drinks last night, and sorry, I fell over on the way. I didn't say anything to reception and stuff. I fell over in front of her coming up the steps. So.
Okay. So that's the reason for the cuddling. Okay, I was wondering if you're a little bit, if you'd hurt yourself last night or something like that. But that's just recent when you came here.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. I just had a few drinks to think things through again and to try and make things a bit clearer, and then I got on the phone to Julie and she
okay. And is that something that you do? You'll turn to alcohol to try and get clarity on things, to try and help you work through things.
I do.
Okay. All right. So,
but just everything. Like if I lose my job, if I lose my license, just everything's up to shit. It's just. And I'm just realising now what I've done. It's really dumb. Yeah. And I can't stop it, so...
No, but it's something that's done, and now we've just got to try and move forward, and try and get you whatever support we can.
I don't know how.
Yeah, we'll work through that. So, can I just ask how you got here today? So you have been drinking. How did you get here today?
I did drive.
Okay.
Or my friend's car.
Okay, because your car has been your loss. Okay.
Yeah, I know. And again, I was driving and I was just trying to think things through and driving and that's when I rang my sister and she said get yourself somewhere, and I shouldn't have, but I just drive and think and
okay. Okie dokie. All right, so what I've got here is a risk assessment. All right, and it's something that we're going to run through together just to get a snapshot of exactly where you are at the moment, what sort of support you've got in place at the moment, what sort of risk you are to yourself at the moment? You've sort of said some words that have just sort of just set a few little alarm bells in my head, just thinking that you're not worth it, just thinking that you've got no other options, that people are going to not care if you go, despite the fact that you've obviously got a lot of family, your sister in particular, who's obviously very, very concerned about you. So there's a few things that have just ringing a few little alarm bells, and so I'm just going to do this risk assessment with you. Okay, so all right, so the type of services that are currently being provided to you for anything. So you've said you've got a drinking problem. You've got a little bit of anger management. Okay, anger management issues. Have you had? Is there? You're not getting any support whatsoever in terms of services at the moment?
Yeah, they've given me someone to contact, and they want me to perhaps do AA.
Okay. Is that who they've given you to contact?
Yeah, like a social services lady or something. Yeah. I mean, she'll do. I've got my number at home, and then they'll give me an AA contact to start to talk to, and it's just rather go away and run away from it all
rather than face it.
Rather than go and talk to these people.
Okay. All right. So we've sort of already covered what the presenting issues are. In terms of what has actually led for this current sort of situation to arise for you. And a lot of it stems back from the breakdown of your relationship, and then the drinking and things like that, and then obviously that snowballing into these bigger issues of property damage and assault and and obviously drink driving, and things like that. So we've sort of already got those presenting issues down. So you seem very, you appear to be you're just still in shock of what you've done.
Annoyed,
angry. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said,
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So the background and the historical factors with you again. It's again the breakdown of your relationship. You've mentioned that is quite heavily linked to alcohol and things like that. So obviously there's a little bit of a background of alcohol, like of just excessive drinking. And
I know, but I just it calms me down and just
it's like a crutch. Yeah,
I suppose it got out of hand. Yeah.
Is this the first time that you've been charged with anything like this? First time you've been caught with this sort of thing, or have you? Is there prior convictions against you at all?
No.
No. Okay. So this is okay. Okay. All right. So I
can't believe I did it.
Yeah. Okie dokie. So the key risks we're just going to have a look at. All right. Identifying the risks. Okay. So the key risk to me is just what you've said in terms of just not being, just not wanting to face what's going on, just wanting it to all disappear. So, and I think that's arisen from the fact that everything has just snowballed for you at the moment. It's just
everything's
one thing, and it's just snowballed, and it just feels like you're in this. From what you're saying, it's like you're in a black hole, and there's just no light for you at the moment. So for me, from my perspective, the key risks for me when considering what's going on for you is your personal safety. Okay, is just the potential for you to harm yourself, right? As a way to just deal with this, So, would you?
Yeah, I suppose I have thought.
You have? What? Can you tell me about those thoughts?
I just that the world can go on without you, and that wouldn't really matter if you're not here, really.
Okay. All right. So, considering what those risks are, other risks, other risks I think that we can identify is the fact that, there's a risk of you losing your job.
Yes, yeah.
Okie dokie. Obviously, if you lost your job, what would the ramifications be if you lost your job?
You wouldn't get another job, would you? Financially, it'd be stuffed.
Okay, so what's your accommodation? What's your...
Just renting, share rent.
Okay.
So if I can't pay my rent,
yep.
I don't have a job. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. And one of the other risks I think is just
possibly my sister. She lives in Sydney, but yeah, I don't know.
All right, so I'm also concerned about the fact that you like what happened when you got here today. You tripped up the steps, you've hurt yourself. I'm a little bit worried about you seem to be, you're wandering around in a fairly groggy state. You're still driving.
I know, dumb, sorry.
Yeah, no, don't apologise. Don't apologise. But I think you're quite a risk to yourself at the moment. So yeah, all right. So all right. So considering these risks, okay, we're just gonna. Yeah, it's up to me sort of to is it likely that you're going to go off and do anything?
Can you get someone to just sort it out for me?
Yeah. Well, that's what we're going. That's what I'll do. We'll so we've gone and we've sort of put these risks in order of what I think are priorities, and I would probably prioritise your mental state of mind at the moment in terms of impaired judgment that you're making, the kind of suicidal thoughts that you've got at the moment. I'm also concerned about, you losing your job and the ramifications of that. So, so having evaluated that, I think what we'll do is we'll look at what actions that we can take, okay, for you right now. All right. So, you've come here. You're talking to me and things like that. Would you be happy for me to get some sort of counselling guidance? Yeah. Organise that for you. You've already been given a contact for a service provider who's going to get you in touch with somebody to do with AA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I might try and find out who that is. Okay. All right, and we can. And so I can work with that service provider as well to try and get you some support. But I think that's the first thing that we need to do is to try and get you some mental support, like some mental health support. So, are you happy to bring your family in on?
No,
not your sister.
Julie, I suppose she knows.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
She's good.
Because I
don't want to bother the rest of them.
Okay. All right. Because it'd be a really positive thing for you to have a key, family support as well. So if you think Julie would be that person, then we'll get her in and get her to be alongside you and support you with all this. So that's what we might do.
Well, she's in Sydney. But I suppose she's on the phone anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So she's able to be readily contacted.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. All right. So so that might be our first protocol is getting you some sort of counselling and support for you from AA and things like that. Okay. Yeah. Possibly another thing that I think we might consider is some sort of legal advice, to just community legal advice. All right, so that you can. To help you
to do with the charges.
Yeah, with the charges and the ramifications of this, so that you're well informed as to what can and can't happen and the likelihood of things like that, and just to have that professional advice.
Yep.
All right. So would you be happy to make me to allow me to do that as well? Okie dokie. All right. And the other thing, I think they're the two. For me, they would be the two main things that we'd be looking at trying to get you some sort of key support, okay, in terms of mental health support, and also some legal support. There are other things that we can do. If you do lose, if you do lose your job, then we can access. You know, we may need to access. You know, alternative housing. Should you be unable to pay rent and look at things like that. So there's lots of things that we.
Is that something you can do?
Yeah, there's lots of things that we can, I can get in touch with the right people for you, so that we can deal with that. Not that hasn't happened yet, but it's just to let you know that there's lots of things that we can do. You know, there's Centrelink and income support and things like that can help you. There's all sorts of community organisations out there with you know, food support and things like that. So there's
just knowing where to go and what to do though.
Yeah, but that's my job. Okay, is to help facilitate that for you. So it's to try and take a little bit of the burden off you. The biggest thing for me is you acknowledging that you want to get some support and you want to get some help, and we want to try and get away from that. My life isn't worth it. Nobody wants me, and to try and show you that that's certainly not the case. Okay, that there are ways that we can get towards that light that's at the end of the tunnel. Okay, so long as you're willing to.
I can't see it, but yeah, okay, we'll start. We'll see.
Yeah.
I can't see the light, but yeah.
It's there, and it'll be, you know, with all this support, we can help get you there. Okay. All right. So, I want you to leave this one with me. I'm actually going to go and make a phone call now. From here, we might go and hook you up within our centre here. We might go and hook you up with one of the social workers or counsellors here.
Okay.
Just to. I'm not comfortable with you just leaving, especially in the state that you're in at the moment. You know, you've got a decent cut on your head. We might look at possibly getting you to a medical centre.
I shouldn't be driving my friend's car.
No, you shouldn't be driving your friend's car. So I'll make another appointment in here for you to come in a week's time as well. But I'm not going to have you just walk out and leave at the moment. Okay, we'll get you some transportation. We'll get you sorted out. Okay, so that you're leaving here in a safer.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Okay, Jenny. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thanks.